Now to our breaking news story here in the Mid-South. This woman, a Memphis police officer, Martoiya Lang, killed in the line of duty today. Tonight, we know not only did the MPD lose one of its own, but 4 young girls pictured here surrounding their mom lost their beloved mother. A second officer was injured in today's shooting as well.
That's right. The suspect is in the hospital tonight. Action News 5 has team coverage of this breaking story, from what we've learned about both officers to reaction from city leaders.
But we begin with Action News 5's Jason Miles and the latest on this investigation. Jason?
Joe, we just learned during a briefing here at 201 Poplar that injured MPD officer William Vroman, 32 years old, was treated and released from the med. That's some good news this afternoon. Unfortunately, there is a lot of bad news. His organized crime unit partner, also 32 years old, Officer Martoiya Lang, was pronounced dead at the hospital. She's the latest Memphis police officer killed in the line of duty. By now, you've probably seen her photo. We have a service photo. She joined the Memphis Police Department in 2003, the organized crime unit last year. Lang leaves behind 4 children, ages 14, 13, 12, and just 2 years old. Police Director Tony Armstrong said she and Officer Vroman were shot around 8 o'clock this morning while serving a narcotics warrant at 1062 Mendenhall Cove. A 21-year-old suspect was also shot when officers returned fire. Armstrong said Officer Lang was wearing body armor but was struck in the upper part of her body by at least one 9mm round fired from a high-capacity weapon.
As you can imagine, this is something that has literally ripped out the hearts of this department. If you have no way of knowing the impact that this has on the department.
In addition to the 21-year-old suspect who was shot, a 26-year-old man was also in that house on Mendenhall Cove when the warrant was served. He was arrested on the scene. So far, no charges have been filed. Only one of them has a criminal record, according to Director Armstrong, who said this is further evidence of exactly the kind of danger his officers face on a daily basis. Getting rather frank out here during his news conference, he said a lot of the other issues that we, the media, bother him about pale in comparison to the events that unfolded today. We'll have more from him and this investigation coming up at 6. For now, reporting live from 201 Poplar, Jason Miles, Action News 5.
Tonight, we are learning more about this family of the officer killed in the line of duty. Martoiya Lang left behind 4 young daughters, as Jason just noted. Action News 5's Lindsey Brown is live to pick up our team coverage with reaction from an officer's former neighbor. Lindsey?
Officer Lang had a very impressive career with the Memphis Police Department, though it was her full-time job, that of mother of 4 young girls that those who knew her say she most treasured.
This picture tells a horrible story of loss. The 4 little girls have lost their mother, their world shattered as Martoiya Lang made the ultimate sacrifice.
When they said undercover officer, I was just like, wow. And I was like, that has to be.
Hanan Beo was a former neighbor of Officer Lang. She remembers seeing the family all together.
Sweet, pretty little girls. My heart just goes out for them.
Lang and her husband were divorcing, but Bea says the house was always peaceful, a happy place to be, a loving family. Bea worries about the girls.
Just being without a mother, my heart goes out to them, you know. At that young, losing a parent, that's hard.
I talked to a lot of neighbors today, and they tell me their biggest concern is making sure those 4 girls are supported. Reporting live at what is still a very active scene, Lindsey Brown, Action News 5.
Our heart goes out to the Lang family as well. If you would like to help, you can donate at any SunTrust bank to the Fallen Officer Fund. Action News 5 will work in partnership with the police department to sponsor a day-long fundraiser. A date and time will be announced in the coming days.
Just within the past 90 minutes, we learned the second officer shot this morning was treated and released from the med. Action News 5's Michael Clark is live with what he's learned about Officer William Vroman. Michael?
Yeah, Ursula, a member of the Memphis Police Department since 2007, Officer William Vroman began his career with the Horn Lake, Mississippi Police Department. And there are a lot of people south of the state line relieved to hear he's okay tonight. As news of Friday morning's shooting in Memphis spread, members of the Horn Lake, Mississippi Police Department were on pins and needles for a former co-worker.
I believe everybody's okay now, that they know that he's okay. There was a little bit of tension earlier this morning, but but we've had a couple of folks that went down to the med and checked and relayed word back.
Officer William Vroman was just released from the med. Former coworker tells me he has a wife and 3 children. Vroman's neighbors say they're glad he's okay and are proud of what he's doing for the Mid-South.
I thank him for, his service to the community. It's something I always, pray for is their safety.
Horn Lake Police Chief Darrell Whaley says Vroman started with his department in 2004 as a patrolman. He was sent through the academy before leaving for Memphis in 2007. He's been a part of the Memphis Organized Crime Unit for about a year. And even though he no longer wears a Horn Lake badge, they consider him family.
He was a good officer while he was here and left in good standing. Still has a lot of friends in the department, and so it's a little rougher. Glad that he's all right, and I just tell him to get well and come on back.
Horn Lake officers will be in touch with the Vroman family to see how they can help on his road to recovery. But again, the good news, Memphis Police Officer William Vroman released from the med after he was shot in the line of duty this morning. Reporting live at the med, Michael Clark, Action News 5.
Minutes after both officers were rushed to the med, Memphis Mayor A.C. Warden and Police Director Tony Armstrong arrived at the hospital. Action News 5's Anna Marie Hartman was there for their comments. Anna?
Well, Joe, the MPD organized crime officers were part of a team serving a search warrant. It is dangerous work, and Memphis Mayor A.C. Wharton says this kind of crime in Memphis has got to stop. The officers were serving a warrant for narcotics when a suspect opened fire, injuring one, killing another. There was chaos at the med Friday morning when the call went out that 2 MPD officers had been shot while attempting to serve a search warrant at 1062 Mendenhall Cove. Officers swarmed the hospital after the call went out that 2 of their colleagues were brought here from the crime scene. 32-year-old officer Martoiya Lang was pronounced dead at the hospital. Lang, the mother of 4 children, joined the force in 2003. She moved to the organized crime unit in June of 2011.
We appreciate deeply, beyond measure, words cannot express the sacrifices that they make.
32-year-old William Vroman has been on the force since 2007. He's been with OCU less than a year. He was shot in the leg, treated, and released. The suspect, a 21-year-old, who police say was critically injured by gunfire, but not before allegedly taking the life of a female officer on the front lines.
But the people who took this officer's life, they don't have any shoot, no shoot rules. And I just want everybody to join the men and women of the police department in saying enough is enough.
Mayor Wharton says they are going to double their efforts already in progress to cut down on gun violence here in the Mid-South. Director Armstrong says there was a 26-year-old male inside that house. He has been taken into custody. No further word on whether he will be charged or what he will be charged with, but the mayor says the flags will fly at half-staff here in Memphis until further notice in honor of Officer Martoiya Lang. Reporting live at the Med, I'm Anna Marie Hartman, Action News 5.
So we're following this story and every breaking development. Keep your eye on our Facebook page, Twitter feed, and our website, WMCTV.com. We'll have the latest as we confirm them on the air and online.
As Memphis police responded to the officer shootings earlier today, other officers were called to the Cooper Young area after residents thought they found a pipe bomb. Action News 5's Janice Broach has details of that investigation happening now.
Folks who live here on Felix in the Cooper Young area got a knock on their door mid-morning telling them to evacuate because a suspected bomb was inside this residence, discovered by a home inspector.
It was kind of unnerving. Didn't know whether it was real or fake or no.
Police blocked parts of McLean, Barksdale, and Felix in the Cooper Young area. Residents were evacuated as the ATF, FBI, and Memphis police investigated a possible pipe bomb inside this quadruplex on Felix. The bomb squad sent a robot inside the residence to get what looked like a pipe bomb. Officers and the home inspector also found instructions on the wall for making bombs, along with a photo and artwork. Later, this man, identified by neighbors as the renter, walked inside the house filled with agents. We were here when agents left the house, and we asked them, what was it? They said it was an art project, and they said they were not kidding. We knocked on the door, but the homeowner did not answer. Janice Broach, Action News 5.